What's the weirdest situation you've ever caught yourself in? Mine happened last summer, and to this day, I still don't know how I pulled it off. I had just started a new job at a marketing agency, and during my first week, I was getting flooded with Slack messages, onboarding emails, calendar invites, and random group chats from people I hadn't even met yet. One afternoon, I got added to a group text called Weekend Cabin Trip. I assumed it was some team bonding trip or company retreat no one mentioned yet. The people in the chat were named Sam, Heather, Ben, and Maggie. Some of those names sounded familiar from orientation, so I didn't question it. They were talking about groceries and ride, shares, and someone named Jessie, who might cancel. I didn't want to be the new girl asking dumb questions, so I just went along with it. I texted, "Hey, I can bring drinks and chips if we still need someone to." Everyone replied with "thank you" and heart emojis. Friday afternoon, they dropped a pin to a cabin about an hour outside the city. I packed a bag, bought snacks, and took an Uber to the address. This is where it got weird. A woman around my age answered the door. She looked me up and down and said, "You must be Liv's friend." I panicked and said, "Yeah, I am," hoping that was the right answer. She introduced herself as Maggie. A guy behind her yelled, "The Sprite Girl's here!" And just like that, I was part of the group. For 2 full days, I hung out with complete strangers, playing board games, helping cook dinner, even sharing a room with someone named Tasha, who told me her entire life story on night 1. I found out on Sunday while we were packing up that this had nothing to do with my job. Maggie scrolled through the group chat and said, "Wait, you're not in our fantasy football league?" I said no. She asked who added me, and I said, "Maggie did, I think." She stared at me completely blank, then pulled up my contact info and said, "Oh my God, I put in Jesse's number wrong." We both just started laughing, hard. I told them everything. How I thought it was a work thing. How I didn't want to ask questions. How I just showed up. They said I could come next year anyway.